Hey guys, JJ here, coming to you. I just had a little note I wanted to throw in at the start of the episode. We had some technical malfunctions. I didn't plug in Sarah's microphone correctly, and so the audio quality is just a little goofy, and we just didn't have the time or the bandwidth to re-record this week. And so I kind of had to make a decision. I played with it as best I could, tried to get it to map out, but it is a little fuzzy when you hear from Sarah. Some of the audio is still really good, and it's still a lot of fun, so we decided still to post the episode, but we just hope that you can give us a little grace in this holiday season. Because, yeah, I'm sorry about that. It will be back to normal next week. It was a simple malfunction. I knew exactly what it was right away, and we just didn't have a chance to fix it. But we hope you enjoy the episode, and Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Mantra. Sarah.
That sounded like a robot.
Sorry.
And I'm JJ. But we're here and we're ready to do the thing. I can't remember. I will because I was trying to, because we had people this past week, wonderful new listeners. Hi guys, thanks for listening. But they were talking about how they liked our old intro better, and I think we couldn't remember the phrase. It was like commentary on Christian life and culture. Do we say culture?
I don't remember. I honestly have never listened to the podcast.
Because it was from a pastor's wife and her sidekick. That was like the tagline that we liked. But then we switched it to, this is the place where we go to get away from all the things that have a point. Because that's what this place is. We turned it into, we're just having fun. We're just here to mess around, tell hilarious stories, and play games. And that's what we're here for. So anyways, let's dive in. Are you ready to approach the news desk?
I am. Brewery and creamery team up to create a blue cheese beer.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
But
I love blue cheese.
yeah, but a brewery and a creamery working together to create, I could see a vanilla ice cream flavored stout or some sort of
Yeah, I'd be excited about that.
stout or something. But this is a blue cheese.
No, I don't know. I'm very apprehensive. That sounds gross.
It says this brewery and creamery in Oregon created a product that they admit inspires some skepticism.
Yes.
So the creamer is called Rogue Creamery.
All right.
And the brewery is Crux Fermentation Project.
Oh.
They made a brew using Rogue River blue cheese aged in oak barrels for nearly 2 years.
Whoa. Old cheese, and they use that in a beer?
It's a brew that's been aged for 2 years, and it's supposed to be flavored like blue cheese. And it says we handled a healthy dose of skepticism from blue cheese devotees, told a speaker.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well.
And the founder and master brewer of the brewery said it was a hard sell for his team. He says, when I told my brewers what they were doing, they laughed. They thought, no way, this is not going to work.
I kind of agree. I like blue cheese. I enjoy some blue cheese, but I don't think I've ever eaten blue cheese straight. You know, you dip stuff in blue cheese, but blue cheese is a strong,
crumbles of blue cheese on a salad.
Yeah.
Mixed in something.
See, and I think of wings. You dip wings, but the reason blue cheese is so good is that it masks the flavor of the spicy thing. You don't drink it by yourself. Like if you're out for B-dubs with your wings, you don't take that little thing and drink that. That would be gross.
Salad dressing. That's very different than actual crumbles of.
I guess you're right.
I've put blue cheese in stuff before and I like it, but I don't think that I'd want to drink a beer that was flavored like blue cheese. But despite doubters, the beer proved to be a tasty brew.
Really?
So he says it's got nuance and complexity, but it's not too cheesy and it's not too strong. It's a really nice balanced product that just makes me laugh. That once you get to know it a little more, maybe two or three glasses, maybe you might begin to pick up on that slight hint of blue cheese. If I'm trying something I want to be convinced after the first couple sips, not 3 glasses.
Well, and the idea of you just have to try lots of it. Yeah, there's something that happens when you have lots of beer.
And also, I don't know that I necessarily want to taste that hint of cheese. I kind of just, I'm old enough to try. I just don't think I want a cheese-flavored beer. Like, beer-flavored cheese sounds good, but cheese-flavored beer sounds gross.
Yeah, nope. I'm very skeptical. And the idea of like, well, you have to have 2 or 3 glasses to notice it. I wonder if it's like you have to have 2 or 3 glasses to notice the flavor. Like that. That tells me that it's not very strong flavor. Like, yeah, I don't
know.
That's a
interesting thing. But it says that the pub in Southeast Portland is holding a tasting event for the brew on Friday. Must be this past Friday. I'm trying to think when. Yeah, so it held a tasting event on Friday, and it said it will then be available to buy both at the pub and at the creamery.
That's crazy. That's so bizarre.
I don't think I'm going to be trying that.
That will not be coming into this place.
Well, I can't just do it anyway, but
no.
If I could, I definitely wouldn't choose blue cheese beer.
No, that's a miss for me.
It's a hard pass for me.
Tourist busted smuggling otters and prairie dogs through the airport in his underwear.
Prairie dogs and otters. Okay.
So it's in Thailand, and again, this article, they just had some fun writing. There were a lot of animals down under, and we're not talking about Australia. Thailand authorities were flabbergasted when they busted a tourist attempting to smuggle 2 otters and a prairie dog through the airport in his trousers. Videos depict the man's bold, undie-cover animal trafficking scheme.
How did you expect to keep them in the underwear? Like they're live animals? Did he drug them so they were like tranquilized?
No, because the wiggling around was what caught attention. The 22-year-old Taiwanese traveler had reportedly bought the animals at a market in Bangkok, then proceeded to stuff them in his underwear before arriving at the international airport in Bangkok on December 5th. He was supposed to fly Thai Airways, but they caught wise to the man's ham-handed plan after noticing an unusually large bulge wobbling below the waist. But then they put him in the X-ray machine, which revealed everything. They say to critters.
Why you would think that would work?
Like a traveling circus in his trousers. The animals were in 3 separate stockings taped to his pants. So he put him in a stocking and then taped him to his leg or whatever. The subsequent strip search revealed that he'd been harboring 2 Asian small-clawed otters and a prairie dog, which he had stuffed into 3 separate socks. A video shows the culprit being forced to cut a hole in his trousers to extract the critter-filled stockings, which are seen wriggling in a bin. Apparently, the Asian small-clawed otter is the smallest of the 13 species of otter, and it's native to Southeast Asia and is listed as vulnerable. So not quite endangered, but almost. Meanwhile, prairie dogs, burrowing rodents that reside in the U.S. grasslands, are also at risk, with 2 of the 5 species being listed as endangered. So they're rare, I guess. I don't think of...
What's this guy gonna do? Keep them as pets?
I'm guessing sell them, right? He bought them in Bangkok and he's gonna sneak them somewhere and sell them. Following his quote-unquote debriefing, the smuggler... This is just such comedy gold. The smuggler was detained at the airport and now faces charges of violating the Customs Act, Animal Epidemics Act, and Animal Conservation and Protection Act. The illicit packages, meanwhile, were handed over to the Wildlife Conservation Office. So the proper authorities received the animals. No one was hurt, but this poor man went through a very embarrassing airport. Yeah, absolutely, that's on him. It's
I've never heard of someone trying to smuggle live animals in their pants before.
The Customs Department spokesman said, Thailand is not a gateway to smuggle exotic animals out of the country. We will catch anyone who tries to take animals on planes. And obviously, how do you think you're going to get to and maybe their airports are laxer than ours. I mean, ours are pretty intense, but you're going through X-ray machine. You're going through a full body scan.
The international airports probably...
What version of that makes you think I could get a live animal through here without notice?
So this was a 22-year-old individual.
It's true.
Young at night and...
Yep, just kind of a...
Wow.
Animal Wildlife Conservation Office.
Well, can you smuggle some prairie dogs? Maybe...
Don't put them in your underwear.
Wow. That is so bizarre.
This is just the strangest story. Well, the first version of the story, I read it and I was like, I knew I was going to use it for the podcast because it's so ridiculous. But I didn't have a motive. I was like, why would he do this? This doesn't even make sense. So then I had to go find another article that told me, oh, they're on the vulnerable list or the endangered list.
I just kind of assumed he was like, oh, these look fun. I think I'll keep them as pets.
Yep. It's like trying to sneak a chihuahua in your purse or something, but so much worse.
I mean, if you cleared it correctly and you did the proper things, you could actually take your chihuahua.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's going to let you take an otter and some prairie dogs.
Well, and anytime you're smuggling, you're very clearly telling people, like, I'm doing this for bad purposes.
Setting yourself up for getting in trouble for it. Like,
Yep.
be transparent.
Yeah.
You try to smuggle some French cheese into this. Oh boy. Okay, so mine is also, was that the end of your story?
Yes, but I should call out that was sort of an obscure Parks and Rec reference.
Sorry.
Yeah, that was good. I almost missed it, and I know the listeners would.
Oh god, here it comes. What you guys did at 9/11. Anyways, okay, we're gonna move on to the next story, which is also animal related, but a little less gross. It says Yuletide owl found roosting in Kentucky family's Christmas tree.
Oh no!
Kentucky family's Christmas tree was inside their home for 4 days before it was discovered to be home to a young owl.
Oh wow!
This woman of Lexington said the owl somehow managed to remain undetected in the tree for 4 days by simply blending in with the branches. I have 3 dogs. We use this room nonstop. Watch TV. The kitchen's right there. There was no indication. Oh my gosh. So there was someone who was cleaning their home. It says there was a carpet cleaning service that was in the home while the family was away, and he noticed the branches were moving. He examined the tree more closely and saw an owl in the tree.
Wow.
Crawled up the tree further, and it took me several minutes to find it. He says he grabbed the owl and sent a picture to the owner of the home. The woman says, I was shocked. I was so stunned. She thought that the man was pranking her. Never ordered cleaning services again. She said it was lucky for her that this cleaning service man was the only one to find the owl and then remove it from the home. I would have left the house. The owl could have stayed without me. I wasn't coming home. What are you afraid of an owl for?
Wow.
It says owls have been found in Christmas trees before, including a small owl famously discovered in the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree in New York in 2020.
Nice.
A Texas woman perhaps made an even more shocking discovery last week when she looked into the branches of her Christmas tree and found a possum. I read this story a couple weeks ago that was talking about how there was a family that cut their Christmas tree down outside and then brought it inside, and it was inside for like a week, and then like hundreds of praying mantis babies in the tree. And
Gross.
rid of them, like just like finding them everywhere, and it was like
That's
it was
gross.
never getting a real tree again.
I could.
The problem is like I've been finding lots of like little tiny spiders. Like a spider must have hatched eggs or something.
Oh, weird.
Laying little eggs. Or,
Really?
There's been little spiders like
In our tree this year. Wow.
But no owl. I mean, there's like a little picture. It's just like this little owl that's just, like, nested in the tree, and the tree is way full of stuff, like tons of decorations.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How did it not get
that much and not see that there's an owl inside of your
Man, well, and for me, see, we've always lived in houses with, I don't know, what I think of as sort of a normal height, but not a high ceiling, right? And so our trees have never been like the big ones.
This tree is fairly large.
Yeah.
The tree that they have is probably maybe an 8 or so foot tree, maybe a little.
Okay, yeah, so like a nice big guy.
I would say ours is what, like maybe 6.
Yeah, a little,
There
yeah.
might be 8 or 9.
Not quite, maybe 7.
Bigger. It's very full. It's very tall, and so it does, like, you almost can't see through to the, like, you can see the.
That's what I'm saying. Our trees are always like, I can see everything. I don't think a possum or owl or anything could hide in our trees because we get the smaller trees, like.
Just out of necessity. Because
Yeah, it just wouldn't fit in our living room.
I can't imagine being like, what's that rustling around in the tree?
What's that over there?
One of our pets. It's a live owl.
An owl. That's amazing. That would be so.
4 days. So, like, cut your tree down, bring it inside.
Yeah.
Most people like shake their tree off and like set it outside for a little.
They must not have. I mean, how do you?
But how did you, like, I want to know, did you cut that tree down on your property?
Yeah.
You transported it? Because, like, thinking
Yeah,
about
you
how
tipped
we
it.
transported our- It was, like, wrapped up on our roof. Like,
Yeah.
caused, like, the owl to
fly away
fly away.
or something. Yeah.
So these people must be just like getting them from their property or having someone
Yep.
just bring them over. Like,
But I mean, even if it's in your backyard, you cut it down, you gotta knock it over. Like it falls over sideways, and then you drag it, and that alone would be enough. But these animals must freak out. They must be nervous, and so they cling and they just wait for it to stop. You know?
I can see a possum doing that, like clinging to it.
Yeah. Yep.
It was like that. But an owl, I feel like an owl would.
Maybe if the owl was on the bottom side and it's smushed, and it's like I can't fly away. There's a tree on top of me.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? Like it's not smushed that it would be dead, but smushed that it's like I can't get away. I can't get out to fly.
The logistics of it all.
Yes. What's in the owls? All right.
Nice. What's your next story?
This might be one of the craziest stories I've ever found. It's terrifying, but it has a happy ending. I have to tell you about the happy ending first, because when I start getting into the details, baby swept away in a Tennessee tornado, found alive by the grace of God in a tree.
What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The whole thing. So, okay. A Tennessee couple and their 2 children were seeking a new home after a large tornado ripped through their community and swept up their 4-month-old child, who was found alive in a nearby tree following the tragedy. So they're in a trailer park home. And the roof of their home was ripped off while they were inside. Sydney Moore, her boyfriend, and their children were inside their home last Saturday in Clarksville when an EF3 tornado, which left 6 people dead and more than 2 dozen injured, touched down in Montgomery County. The tornado, which destroyed the mobile home and other belongings, picked up her 4-month child, who managed to survive the horrific event. So she says, this is a quote, "Something in me just told me to run and jump on top of my son." So she has a 1-year-old, and she jumps on top of him as the roof gets ripped off of their trailer. So the moment I jumped on him, the walls collapsed. Then her
Do not survive stuff like that. Regular homes don't.
yeah, and so her boyfriend saw the tornado envelop their home before it was ripped to shreds, and the baby's bassinet was picked up. And so the boyfriend grabbed the bassinet, right? The roof came off first. The tip of the tornado came down, picked up the bassinet with our baby. He was the first thing to go up. The boyfriend lunged to rescue the baby and ended up getting thrown out of the home along with the infant, who was asleep at the time. He was just holding onto the bassinet the whole time, and they went into circles. So the boyfriend got like sucked up into the tornado out the roof with the bassinet.
This is weird.
This is insane.
Wow, but how, like,
Do you
that they survived?
Yeah, do you see why I had to tell you it's okay? It's a good ending.
Baby have any injuries or anything?
Not that they've seen so far. So, despite the circumstances, Moore said she and her family were able to escape from the debris and search for their baby, all while fearing the worst. Baby gets sucked up, you assume, gone, right? After about 10 minutes of searching, Moore said she and her boyfriend found the baby alive in a tree that had fallen in the rain. I thought he was dead. I was pretty sure he was dead. We weren't going to find him, but he's here, and that's by the grace of God.
Whew. That is crazy. That is the craziest story I've ever heard. Pick up cars and like destroy them.
Oh yeah.
Like
It picked up the boyfriend. Like, yeah.
Dorothy and Wizard of Oz style. Like,
Yep.
you know.
It's very much, yeah, this is a quote. It says, "I will die for my kids. It's not even a question. And my boyfriend would do the same thing." And they tried, right? She jumps on the 1-year-old, saving one kid, and the boyfriend jumps for the other one, grabs the bassinet, but baby,
Dangerous. I can't imagine like what I would do.
If the roof got ripped off. I'm so glad we don't live in like a tornado place.
Especially because like, what do they always say? Like, you're supposed to go under a table or under something large if you don't have a basement or
Right.
tornado shelter. Like, every time we've had the bad weather season, we've always been fortunate enough to have a place that has a basement.
Yeah. Yep.
In a mobile home, you don't have that luxury, so you have to find like a safe place. But if it happens really quickly and you don't have time to prepare, like all of a sudden, what do you do?
Right.
That's crazy.
Moore and her family were left with little to no personal belongings after the tragic incident. The community has reportedly rallied in support of the young couple and their children by providing them with formula, diapers, and other necessities.
Wow.
So the family member established a GoFundMe to help them rebuild. They're looking for a new, et cetera, et cetera. But a baby got sucked out the roof, and dad went up with them.
Can't imagine.
Oh, I'm just like,
Find the baby nestled in a tree that had fallen.
yep, just, oh, he's over there and alive. That's my favorite part. I love that it's like, this really is like Dorothy in Wizard of Oz.
How, like, the house gets soaked up and then gets, put back down.
Man.
Nope, everything is
Can
still.
you imagine the parental instinct of like the roof got ripped off, so I jump on my kid so it doesn't get sucked up in the cyclone?
Oh,
Like, good for mom for catching the one, and good for boyfriend for trying.
He is like, we'll never stop hearing that story.
Oh my gosh.
No recollection.
Yeah, the kid's not going to remember it.
And you got sucked up into a tornado.
I mean, that's pretty much the coolest story ever. And I hope that there's no, like, long-term effects or any health thing that they haven't found, because, yeah, you're not supposed to throw babies, I've heard. So I thought that was just one of the craziest, most intense stories I've ever heard in my life. All right, you ready for Sponsor Your Life?
Yeah, I am actually.
All right, go for it.
So this past weekend, we had a busy weekend.
We did.
We traveled across the state. We celebrated Christmas with my side of the family. Got to see my grandma.
Woohoo. Yes, it's been years.
She has
It's been too long.
I met our youngest.
Yep.
Almost two. Yeah, we went across the state. It was a busy weekend, very fun. But when we came back, we actually went to the Dow Gardens again
Yes.
for their free Christmas light walkthrough.
That was really cool.
Lantern lit Christmas light display, super fun. I felt like after all the sugar and time indoors and all the just craziness of travel, it was like maybe an outdoor walk will be a nice thing. And honestly, it was about 50 degrees, 45, 50 degrees, was not too cold. No rain, no snow, and it was a nice night. We walked through the lanterns, we saw the Christmas light, took some great pictures, and I think it was the least amount of screaming and yelling that we've had from the boys all day after all of the travel. So it was a really fun time. Like, we really enjoyed it. The boys loved it.
It was so cool.
It was just a nice way to end a very busy day.
Yeah. Well, and it was very extra. I was thinking that it was going to be too much, and I was like, oh man, they're going to like melt down, but they weren't. Yeah.
Cool. Like, they like to see all the lights. We took a lot of pictures. And it was fun for them to like walk along and see, are they real candles? Oh, they are real candles. Cool. All right, well, this one looks good. And they like were observing every
They were very excited.
pathway. But it was fun. And I like that it was free because, I mean,
Yeah.
Dow Gardens is $10 for adults.
Yep.
It's about $5 for kids. So to be able to walk through for free.
It's a very nice thing. It was lots of people.
There were so many. It was the last night that they did it because they did it only for 2 weekends. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And it was so much fun. Like, I really did enjoy it. It was a good weekend.
It was. That was a super, like, just a really great way to cap off the weekend.
Yep.
So I guess I want to do so we Christmas movies, I guess, are just sponsoring my life lately because they're just so much fun. There's a whole big list, and honestly last year we did this whole like Christmas bracket of what movie was best and all this stuff, and this year we just have not watched very many, but we finally sat down and watched Elf with the boys. That was the vote. It was between that and Polar Express. They really like that Polar Express movie, but
I don't know why.
I don't like it as much.
So bad. Like, I feel like I'm like a Grinchy person, but I don't know. I've never.
Ooh, the Grinch. There's a good one.
Never really like gotten into the Polar Express.
Nope, I don't like it very much.
God, it just is like, I don't know. It just doesn't feel very festive and fun. And here's the thing: as a kid growing up, I loved the book, The Polar Express.
Sure, yep.
Like, I always thought the book was so good. We read it in elementary school. Oh, Chris Van Allsburg, he's from Grand Rapids,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Michigander, like great illustrations, like all this cool stuff. Loved the book when I was a kid.
See,
But I just don't like the movie.
it's like the premise of most Christmas movies is good guys believe in Santa and bad guys don't believe in Santa, right? And when it's a fun premise, like in the Santa Claus or whatever, it's just goofy, right? Or Elf, it's like Christmas cheer. But the Polar Express takes it very seriously. Yeah, it's like, this is serious, and it's like, yeah, we don't care about that. So it's like, well, okay, I'd rather talk about Jesus, but it's just sort of like I don't know. know. I think the movie takes itself very seriously.
Yeah.
And I like the fun parts. The visual stuff is really fun. And like the train ride and the crazy dancing and the hot chocolate. And
You gotta admit though, when you watch it now, the CGI is dated.
yeah, but it was very impressive at the time. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Um,
But I can think of a lot of other Christmas movies that I would prefer to watch.
yeah,
So,
it's very true.
we watched Elf. It was fun.
Which is just that's the only like Will Ferrell movie you like. I like all Will Ferrell movies, but
Really kicking and screaming. But
oh, that's true.
I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan. Just they're just also crass and
They can be. Yeah, Elf is very clean. Clean Will Ferrell. He does it well. He just doesn't do it that often. Like, yeah.
But yeah, the kids wanted to watch that, and that was fun. It was. They have been talking about wanting to watch it for weeks, and then didn't. And I'm like, okay. And we haven't done a movie night in a couple weeks.
No, it's been a bit, and so it was just nice.
Sad about because
No, but it was
in your screens, but it was nice to watch a Christmas movie together.
yeah, holiday season, and so it just felt really good to watch that with the boys and watch them have the fun. Like,
Love the physical comedy. They just
yes, they. I do. I love that.
even Asher started to try to get into it for a little bit.
Yes, definitely did.
Yeah.
So that was sponsoring my life today. All right, so I have nothing.
Okay.
This is you.
Okay, so this is the first time that I'm gonna lead something, which feels weird, but especially because I kind of feel like a guest host on this podcast.
Because I talk too much.
No, I don't never come up with anything. So, all right. So I thought it might be fun because we always play games, and you always ask me questions.
Yes.
For games that maybe we could do a Christmas trivia game.
All right.
I don't have a fun name for it. Just Christmas trivia with Mantrix.
There you go. I love it.
So I'm going to kind of bounce back and forth between two different articles that have Christmas trivia. The first one is Christmas movie and TV trivia, which
Nice.
is a little bit more up your alley.
Yep.
And then the second one is more like general Christmas trivia.
Any trivia on like the Bible stories that are the origin of the holiday?
Yeah, okay, well, some of them are like painful no-brainer, like where was Jesus born? It's like if you don't know
The city of David in Bethlehem.
it's like, oh my God. It's a terrible question to ask you. So anyways, so we'll ask, I ask you some questions. And
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm not going to keep score. Just
No, there's no scores.
okay.
Just for fun.
We just watched Elf, so I feel like this might not be the most fair beginning to our questions. But the first question is, what is the name of Buddy's love interest in Elf?
Ooh, jeez.
Remember her name? We just watched it last.
It's Zoe Deschanel. It's
What is her character's name?
shoot, I want to say like Ella or something, but that's not right. Hang on.
Really? We just watched it.
I know. I just like.
Pay attention to them.
I did not.
Do you give up?
I could quote you almost the whole movie except for names. I do. I give up.
Jovi.
Nope. Was never gonna come up with that. Not once in my life. Jovi? Man.
What are the four main food groups for elves, according to Buddy and Elf?
Candy, candy cane, candy corns, and syrup. See, a quote. If it's a movie quote, I can do it. But names
Okay. So, what does Buddy cram into the VCR in the movie Elf?
like 24 cookies or something like that. Or yeah, 11 cookies.
Okay, let's switch it up to a different Christmas movie. What is the name of the elf who wants to be a dentist in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
Oh man, I never remember. Names are hard. It's a goofy one. It's like Ferdinand or something. Franklin. Is it Franklin?
No.
Oh no.
Hermie.
No, way off.
Okay, let's try a different movie. Here's a movie that, as years have gone on, I've realized I'm maybe a little prudish, and I don't know if I like this movie as much because many of the storylines kind of bum me out. But
You're talking about Love Actually? Yep. I knew.
does Harry, Alan Rickman, give his wife, Karen Emma Thompson, for Christmas?
He gives her that CD of the lady Jody something, but she thought she was gonna get the necklace, but she didn't get the necklace.
Right, but what does he actually give her?
He gives us a CD of that one lady who sings sad songs. Joni something. Joni is not Joni Mitchell. Is that Joni Mitchell?
Okay. What popular stop-motion film could be considered both a Halloween and Christmas movie?
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Classic.
All right. Okay, now we're going to get into the movie It's a Wonderful Life, which you said you've seen.
Oh yeah, I've seen it. I saw it a lot. You seem.
Okay. It doesn't seem like your speed at all.
It's not.
I love that movie, but it's not really.
It's fine. Like it wasn't bad.
What is the name of the town in It's a Wonderful Life?
Oh jeez. I have no idea. Pleasantville. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like Happysburg.
It's not.
No, I have no idea.
Bedford Falls.
Okay, sure. That's a cute name.
Okay, so what is the name of the guardian angel George Bailey meets?
Clarence.
Good. Okay.
Because it's a goofy name.
Now we're going to switch it up to Polar Express.
Nice.
Okay. How many roles did Tom Hanks play in the Polar Express?
Oh man! All right, let's see. Let's count them off. So there's.
Really like.
That's hard though. So there's the conductor. There's the hobo guy on the roof. There's the. I feel like there was another guy on the roof of the train or something. I want to say 5, just offhand. I just made it. Yeah?
6.
Shoot.
Conductor, the older version of the hero, the main kid.
The older version.
So when he grows up, it's Tom Hanks' voice.
Oh, like at the end.
Yep.
Okay.
The
Yep.
father of the little boy.
Oh, okay.
The hobo.
Yep.
Scrooge.
Yes, I remember the Scrooge.
Santa Claus.
Yes, I thought. Okay. I did not remember the father or the older kid. I didn't. Those are little tiny moments at the end, but yeah, the conductor's one you like remember. You know.
True. Okay, so next one.
Yes.
We're going to switch over to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Ooh. Okay. There we go.
Classic. Where do the Griswolds live?
Oh, like state or city?
It's like the most popular city for.
Like Springfield.
No. An actual city.
Most popular city? New York?
So many 80s movies are set in this city.
Oh, Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes, I see what you're saying now.
I'm sorry. That was.
No, I was like the most popular city. I was like, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry about that.
For Christmas movies, yes.
Yes. Okay, so what does Clark Griswold's boss give him instead of Christmas bonus?
Okay, so it's a Jelly of the Month Club thing, but I used to think it was like a donation in your honor or whatever, but
no.
Jelly of the Month Club.
Nope, it is. All right, next question. What does Ralphie want for Christmas in A Christmas Story?
Red Ryder BB gun. You'll shoot your eye out.
What language does Ralphie's father think fragile is when he opens his prize?
Fragile. It's French or Italian. It's Italian. That movie is so weird.
Okay.
I love it.
What do the burglars who break into the McAllisters' home in Home Alone call themselves?
The Wet Bandits. And then in the second movie, they're the Sticky Bandits, which is not as good.
Okay. How many siblings does Kevin have?
Oh, jeez.
Alone.
I want to say 6, but I couldn't. I'm not sure which ones are cousins and which ones are brothers and sisters. You know, there's 12 total, and so I'm gonna go.
2 families, 12
right.
people total.
And I think they're evenly split, aren't they? So I think it's 6 or
6 siblings or 6 people?
6 people in the family. So 5 siblings. 5 siblings.
5 siblings?
I guess I'm wrong because you're giving me a face.
4 siblings.
Really? That's it? Oh, okay.
All right. What kind of pet does Buzz from Home Alone have?
The tarantula. Yeah. 4 siblings. We have a family as big as the McAllisters. What?
I don't know. Isn't that
When do we get the house that they have?
Here's a very scary question that I would never know the answer to, but we'll see if you can.
Yeah.
How many new Christmas movies did Hallmark release this year?
Oh, I'm gonna guess 35.
You're close.
Yeah.
40.
40, really? I figured like one for every day of the like of the month, right? That is insane.
Okay, let's switch over. I had a couple more questions I wanted to ask.
Yeah, bring it on. This is fun.
These are more general Christmas questions some are from movies and some are just related to Christmas.
Cool.
So this is from the story A Christmas Carol. How many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol?
See, that's a tricky question. So people have said 4, but there's 5. There's the 2 Marley brothers and then the 3 ghosts. Yeah.
I know. Because you don't remember the Marley brothers showing.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's like you just think the one when he sees the ghost at the door.
Yeah. There's the 3. But yeah. Oh, yeah. So
This says 4, but you're right. I agree with you. I do.
I'm gonna make an argument for 5.
Okay, so Elvis isn't going to have a white Christmas. He's going to have a
Blue Christmas. Yeah. Okay. I was like, what?
So this is another Home Alone question. Where are the McAllisters going on vacation when they leave Kevin behind in the first movie?
The first movie, they're going to Paris.
Good job.
Yeah,
Good job.
because it's an international. That's what makes it so hard to get home.
In the classic Christmas movie How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Grinch was described with 3 words. What are they?
Oh, I felt like there were a lot of words.
It's in the song.
Yeah, you're a mean one. The
Think simple present, simple past, and present perfect.
and now I'm just gonna stare at you blankly because I don't know what any of those things are.
Okay.
Is it like vile or?
Oh no, that also is word. Those are words.
Yeah. So.
Stank, stump. The 3 words of
Oh.
and stump.
Nope. I never would have come up with that.
Next question, which we'll see. In which modern day country was Saint Nicholas actually born in?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're-
Aha. Cool. Oh, I'm proud of myself.
In the ancient district of Lycia.
Right. Way back, which is now Turkey.
Oh boy.
And he punched. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. So in the movie It's a Wonderful Life, what happened every time a bell rang?
An angel gets its wings.
Oh boy. Some of these questions are just painful. Which country did eggnog originate in?
Ooh, good question. Eggnog. It's got some really great spice combinations. I want to say like Norway.
I wish.
Is it England?
Shocked it's in.
That doesn't make sense. I couldn't give England the credit.
I feel bad, but British food is just...
I don't like British food at all, and eggnog is so delightful. Wow, good for you guys. Thanks, England. I'm grateful for eggnog.
What is Ralphie's little brother's name in the movie A Christmas Story?
Ralphie. I thought Ralphie was the little brother.
No, the little brother. So Ralphie's a kid who...
Yep. Benny. Is it Benny? No.
Ralphie's little brother's name starts with the same first letter as his name.
Oh, man. Ronnie?
No.
Shoot.
I got it. No. Randy.
Nope.
Ralphie.
Man. Ralphie. I remember all his little lines. I can't put my arms down.
Okay.
That's so good.
Which country started the tradition of putting up a Christmas tree?
Oh, Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.
Let's see. I had a couple more I wanted to ask here.
These are just educated guesses. I'm just like throwing darts at the.
According to the song, what did my true love give to me on the 8th day of Christmas? Do you remember the song, The 12th?
Yeah. It's is it Piper's Pipe? Shoot, it's 7 swans a swimming, 8 geese a laying.
8 maids and milking.
What? Is it 6 geese?
6 geese a laying.
Oh, I went the wrong way. Yeah, maids a milking.
What was the highest grossing Christmas movie of all time?
Highest grossing Christmas movie of all time. You mean like? Oh boy. I'm not sure. I want to say Rudolph, but
No.
no.
Home Alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for that.
John Williams.
It deserved.
John Williams.
No, John Hughes.
I know, it's John Hughes.
Set in Chicago.
I was thinking of the theme song as it was playing in my head as I was... Okay. Let's see.
That's well deserved, I think.
There's another one, too.
I would have thought Elf might have beat it, but I thought maybe longest running.
23, so maybe they're wrong. But, who wrote Christmas Doesn't Come from the Store? Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Oh, that's it. I almost said C.S. Lewis. That's Dr. Seuss in the. I'm so. They're just different fields, but it's Dr. Seuss. That's The Grinch Stole Christmas.
3 of Santa's reindeer's names begin with D. What are those reindeer?
Dasher, Donner, and I almost said Dixon. That's not a word. Dasher, Donner, and Dancer.
Yes.
Yeah, Dasher, Dancer, Donner.
And let's see. Let's make this the last question.
All right.
What was Frosty the Snowman's nose made of?
Button.
Good.
Yeah, because of button nose.
Not a carrot.
Nice. Yep.
Nice job.
Oh, but in the movie, is it a carrot? No, they do it right.
I almost brought that up to suggest for the boys.
Yeah, we could.
They were still wafty between movies, and so I said, we'll just...
Oh man, Frosted Snowman.
Yeah. So that's all.
Classic. I love it. That was great. Thank you. All right. Oh, thanks everybody for listening. I appreciate all the feedback. We've had a couple of new listeners, and people have been like listening through all the episodes and stuff, and that's just a lot of fun. So thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy listening. We love making this little goofy thing. You ready to send us out?
Yeah, this will be my last Christmas joke for the season.
Yeah, because next week Christmas Eve is like a day or 2 days after this episode drops.
So why is Santa afraid of getting stuck in a chimney?
Because he's got a bit, I don't know.
He has claustrophobia.
That's so bad.
So bad. It's just...
All right, bye everybody.
Okay.